I'll read is by Robert Frost, quite appropriately for many of you probably know that this first called it Jesus. I came out of high school down the street, Florence High School. And I'm going to read something that's not quite well known. At Woodward's Garden, a boy, presuming on his intellect, once showed two little monkeys in a cage a burning glass they could not understand and never could be made to understand. Words are no good. To say it was a lens for gathering solar rays would not have helped. But let him show them how the weapon worked. He made the sun a pin font on the nose of first one, then the other, till it brought a look of puzzled dimness to their eyes, that blinking could not seem to blink away. They stood, arms laced together at the bars, and exchanged troubled glances over life. One put a thoughtful hand up to his nose, as if reminded, or as if perhaps within a million years of an idea. He got his purple little knuckles stung. The already known had once more been confirmed by psychological experiment. And that were all defining to announce, had the boy not presumed too close and long. There was a sudden flash of arm, a snatch, and the glass was in the monkeys, not the boys. Precipitately, they retired that cage and instituted investigation on their part, though without the needed insight. They bit the glass and listened for the flavor. They broke the handle and the binding off it. Then, none the wiser, frankly gave it up. And having hid it in their bedding straw against the date of prisoner's ennui, came dryly forward to the bars again to answer for themselves. Who said it mattered what monkeys did or didn't understand? They might not understand a burning glass. They might not understand the sun itself. It's knowing what to do with things that counts. Robert Frost. They're working on getting CCM landed with sound. That's very nice for us. And I'd like to do one. By Federico Garcia Roca. Somewhat appropriately on 4th City of New York. Oh, New York. Beneath all the statistics, there is a drop of duck's blood. Beneath all the columns, there is a drop of sailor's blood. Beneath all the totals, a river of warm blood. A river that goes singing past the bedrooms of the suburbs, and the river is silver, cement, or wind in the lame daybreak of New York. The mountains exist, I know that, and the lens is ground for wisdom, I know that. But I have come not to see the sky, I have come to see the stormy blood, the blood that sweeps the machines to waterfalls, and the spirit on the cobra's tongue. Every day they kill in New York, ducks 4 million, pigs 5 million, pigeons 2,000, for the enjoyment of dying men. Cows 1 million, lambs 1 million, roosters 2 million, who turn the sky to small splinters. You may as well sob filing a razor blade or assassinate dogs in hallucinated fox hunts, as if to try to stop in the dawn light the endless trains carrying milk, the endless trains carrying blood, and the trains carrying roses in chains. For those in the field of perfume, the ducks and the pigeons and the hogs and the lambs lay down their drop of blood, underneath all the statistics, and the terrible balls of the packed-in cattle fill the valley with suffering where the Hudson is getting drunk on its oil. I attack all those persons who know nothing of the other half, the half who cannot be saved, who raise the cement mountains in which the hearts of the small animals no one thinks of are beating, and from all which we will all fall during the final holiday of the drills. I spit in your face. The other half hears me as they go on eating, urinating, flying in their purity like the children of the janitors who carry delicate sticks to the holes where the antennae of the insects are rusting. This is not a hell, it's a street. This is not a death, it is a fruit stand. There's a whole world of crushed rivers and unachievable distances in the power of a cat crushed by a car. And I hear the song of the worm in the heart of so many girls. Rust, rotting, trembling earth. And you are earth, swimming through the figures of the office. What shall I do to set the landscapes in order? Set in place the lovers who will afterwards be photographs, who will be bits of wood and mouthfuls of blood. No, I won't. I attack the conspiring of these empty offices that will not broadcast the sufferings, that rub out the plans of the forest, and I offer myself to be eaten by the packed-in cattle, with their mooing fills the valley where the Hudson is getting drunk, the Hudson getting drunk on its oil.
He wasn't born in Lawrence. Ross was born in San Francisco. Moved to Lawrence at a young age, went to the high school, became valedictorian, and married the salutatorian in high school. I have a little comment to make about the next poem, this poem by Frost, but I'll wait until after read it. It's called Runaway. Once when the snow of the year was beginning to fall, we stopped by a mountain pasture to say, who's cold? A little Morgan had one forefoot on the wall, the other curled at his breast. He dipped his head and snorted at us, and then he had to bolt. We heard the miniature thunder where he fled, and we saw him, or thought we saw him, dim and gray like a shadow against the curtain of falling flakes. I think the little fellow's afraid of the snow. He isn't winter broken. It isn't play with the little fellow at all. He's running away. I doubt if even his mother could tell him, sakes, it's only weather. You think she didn't know? Where is his mother? He can't be out alone. And now he comes again with clatter of stone and knocks the wall again with whited eyes. And his tail that isn't hair straight up, he shudders his coat as if to throw off flies. Whoever it is that leaves him out so late, when other creatures have gone to stall and bin, ought to be told to come and take him in. I'm reading this and going over it last night. It's been a while since I read this one. It was after I just finished reading an article in the newspaper about the problem with the homeless people in various places like the Frost thought it or not, it's still very allegorical. And I think in the job I was teaching and the job I have now with the state park, you often see a lot of children playing in the streets. You wonder, who is it that's supposed to take them in also? Very much related to that. I'd like to do one of my own pieces. I didn't get a chance to read them that often. This one is called Biography. I wrote this very shortly after I got out of college, and various people have said, this is one wasn't that published. Why didn't I call it Biography?
You also keep an eye on things in terms of that'd be nice, but I want to just like highlight and not block it. In terms of you're gonna have to sort of like, work real quick on it. Like when you go in the fire hose, you get fast judgments like
Give me the fire hose.
Right, the thing is lower down the flat of the fire hose, so you have to sort of read the flag.
Are we on the fire hose and the effects of water, or are we on the fire hose operator?
Yeah, I'd say both, because it's, it's good, like your drama, this is about holding this thing and this whole thing. So then maybe so if you're shooting down the water toward him,
Okay, so I'll catch the
catch the guy in the truck on that. And so it's the beginning of the bomb, but as soon as it starts, and then in the middle of the song is a 30-second instrumental, and that's what he does his thing. And he probably, hit him with color light, but basically, you have to fine tune it so that, like, if the thing is, if there's no backlighting on side of the camera, the water temperature starts to see the video right through it. When you light the water up, it creates some kind of which one is the fine line between showing up.
Yeah, so what I'll do